All right, as you can see, friends, I have whip stitched my little stuffy all the way around and back up to the top, but I left a section of the top open so that I can fit my fingers into it. Before I stuff it, I need to check to make sure that all of my stitches are gonna hold the stuffing. So I'm actually gonna put my hand inside and I'm gonna press my finger against that seam, and I don't see my finger through my stitches, so I know all of these stitches are good. I'm gonna go all the way around just checking to make sure all of my stitches are going to hold. So I'm literally pushing my finger down into that and having my finger go against my stitches. Ooh, look at those nice stitches. We did a good job. All those stitches have to be checked. If you find a little hole, what you do is you just take a little bit of extra string and you go right to the spot that you need to patch up, and you just put in a few extra whip stitches in that spot. All of my stitches held, so I know now I'm ready to stuff. We're going to take just a little bit of the stuffing at a time. It should be able to fit in your palm, nice and small. With that little tiny bit of stuffing, I'm going to go take a little bit less. You're going to push it all the way down to the very bottom of your work. So I'm pushing it down into that spot down there with the foot, all the way down until I can feel it in that foot spot. Oh, there it is. Now we don't want it to get too hard. Notice how it squishes still? That's what we want. We want it to be squishy like a squishmallow. So I'm gonna do one more piece into that leg, and I think that leg's gonna be done. Oh yeah, nice and squishy. So I've been stuffing this, and as I've been stuffing it, I've kind of been squeezing it, make sure it's still squeezable. We don't want to pack it so hard that we can't squish it. Think about like Squishmallow Soft. We want it to be squishy. Up here at the top, it's starting to get kind of full, but we want to make sure that when we close it, we don't have this like sad little flat part right at the top. So I'm going to kind of put a little extra, so it almost looks like it's over full. But by the time I squeeze that closed, it should be good. Maybe just even a tiny little bit more. There, it kind of looks like it's overfilled, but it's just right, friends. All right, so now I'm gonna take my needle and I'm gonna help my needle push it down. And at the same time, I'm gonna squeeze my fabric together. So now my stuffing is out of the way and my two pieces are together. And just like with the regular whip stitch, in through the yellow, out through the pink. Oh, there's my loop. I'm going to catch my loop. And now I'm going to stitch. As I've been going around, my two pieces have kind of not been aligned. So I'm actually going to push and force my pink one to align with my yellow so that they're matching as I'm stitching, because it's stuffed. It doesn't want to stay flat for me while I'm sewing. It's got stuffing in it. So I had to kind of force my pink to go up next to the yellow again so that my stitches will hold the stuffing well. All right, we're getting to the end and it's getting kind of hard. What I need you to do is I need to push that needle and push that stuffing inside more. And then I'm going to really pinch those two fabrics together. Yellow, pink, yellow, pink. I really have to hold it because that stuffing's trying to push its way out. And we want it to be on the inside. So I've really got to squeeze and pinch my fabric so that the fabric contains the stuffing and not letting that stuffing come out. Now that I've matched up to where I started my whip stitch on the other side, so I've completely closed it, I'm going to go ahead under the last stitch, pull through to make a loop, go through the loop, and pull through all the way. Again, under the last stitch, pull through to make a loop, go through the loop, pulling through all the way. Remember to leave a little bit of tail hanging so that you don't cut off your knot. And there I have a completely stuffed little guy. He's squishy everywhere. There's no stuffing popping out of seams. He's all the way sewed up. There it is, friends.